don't get at you from the inside.
He has reached out to a witness, an alleged participant in multiple freak-offs.
Then why Oprah staying quiet? Why Ellen moving to another country?
Asking people to intimidate witnesses or pay people off.
Don't be shocked if nobody show up to testify.
And voice memos from inside the Metropolitan Detention Center have just come out, and allegedly Diddy bribed one of the Wens to let him go out under the pretense of a medical condition. Why is Diddy still in contact with witnesses? And what evidence is he looking to suppress in the upcoming trial?
Diddy's prison phone call just leaked and it was posted by Social Details. This is allegedly a call that he had, and there's a lot of talk, a lot of code words in there, so we're going to listen to it together. Check it out.
Not entertain none of this nonsense and over the phone. I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes. What? All the boxes leftover.
Now, this alleged leak call from Diddy in prison was talking about getting rid of pizza boxes. Now, if you know your stuff and you're privy, you know exactly what pizza stands for, and that's probably what they're talking about and referring to on this alleged leak call. Pizza, for those who don't know, I'm going to make it very clean. It has to do with children and selling.
Make sure you recycle the plastic like they talked about.
Now, in this alleged phone call, he starts talking about someone named Jay. People are speculating that may be Jay-Z, but there's no confirmation. At the same time, he talks about recycling plastic. I don't know what that could mean. If you guys have any idea, comment and let me know.
Everybody out there quiet as we gonna let them have their little fun, but I'm still gonna have the last laugh.
I mean, it seems by the call that he's looking for help. He's saying that a lot of people are quiet, I guess people that are on his side, and that he's gonna have the last laugh at the end.
Man, just do it. I told you to do, and don't forget about the list.
And then he goes on to say, don't forget about the list. And we don't know what that list is or what that implies, but this is pretty crazy. Do I think this is legitimate? There is no confirmation yet if this is legitimate or not, but this is the alleged leak call of Diddy. Tell me what you guys think.
Diddy can be clearly heard talking to someone and telling them in code words to get rid of the evidence. This call was recorded inside the MDC and presented by prosecutors as evidence during Diddy's bail hearing. Another leaked call proves that Diddy has a plan. He's going to come after everyone that distanced themselves from him, and if he goes down, he's going to take them with him, you think?
Themselves from him, and if he goes down, he's going to take them with him.
You think I wasn't gonna get at you from the inside?
He has reached out to a witness, an alleged participant in multiple freak-offs.
Then why Oprah staying quiet? Why Ellen moving to another country?
And he's asking people to intimidate witnesses or pay people off.
Don't be shocked if nobody show up to testify. Don't contact me anymore, pup. I already got that Houston lawyer breathing down my neck over that 13-year-old girl. If you don't want things to get worse for you, then you need to start answering my son's phone call.
The defendant's goal is to blackmail victims and witnesses either into silence or providing testimony helpful to his defense.
New York is having a problem with leaks in this Diddy case, with alleged video of the court hearings already on the internet and leaked phone calls where he's calling witnesses. Things are getting out of control, and you won't believe what he says on these calls. Recently, the DA released that Diddy was contacting witnesses from jail, and they were saying this is the reason that he shouldn't get bail. He was using other inmates' phone calls to three-way people who would then call the witnesses, and that's who he spoke to over the phone. Also, in a weird turn of events, the DA who brought these charges against Diddy is suddenly resigning from his position during the biggest case of his career, and that is strange. So let's break down this insane phone call that we found online. Legal disclaimer, people, I'm just a guy that reacts to stuff I find on the internet. So as of right now, everything is rumors, gossip, or opinions of others. Everything in this video is just alleged.
Evidence collected by Tony Busby, one of the lawyers coming after Diddy, proves that Diddy used blackmail, bribery, and coercion to get the case against him, and Jay-Z dismissed. Keep in mind that the case was on its way to a trial when suddenly Diddy left the MDC in the middle of the night for a health checkup. Less than 1 week later, the victim withdrew her case. Is this really just a coincidence?
Cover of darkness, we keep hearing. Why does he get the cover of darkness? Why does he get taken out because he needs an aspirin? Help me, Dr. Hendricks.
Well, I'll tell you, each inmate gets a a physical within 14 days of their arrival in any facility. And I'm sure, based on reports of him having several knee surgeries throughout the years after being a marathoner back in 2003. So this may have been in the works in terms of getting him out for an MRI, because I know that they don't have that equipment at the institution. And I'll just tell you this, they probably had set this appointment up months, maybe weeks ago, and they set it up for the evening.
To leave at 1 a.m. in the cover of darkness. Okay, you think that's what they set up, Hendricks? Look, I know you're being loyal to MDC, but can we get real? Leaving MDC because your knee hurts?
Voice recordings and video evidence prove that Diddy was working with Jay-Z to bribe the witnesses, asking them to lie while maintaining he let the matter settle itself in court. But now, in a new lawsuit, a Texas man is claiming Jay-Z's lawyers are bribing people to sue Busby and his law firm. This 13-page lawsuit was filed on January 3rd in Harris County, Texas, and the plaintiff in the filing is being represented by none other than Busby's law firm, who filed the suit on his behalf. Now, Jose Maldonado, who is the plaintiff in this suit, is suing Jay-Z's attorneys and his company Roc Nation, but not Shankar Aka Jay's himself. According to the lawsuit, the defendant in this suit are Marcy Bryant Croft, her law firm NG Legal Roc Nation, and the law firm who is representing Jay's Quinn Emanuel Arart and Sullivan. They allege the defendants conspired to obstruct justice by engaging in shadowy operatives to illegally get more than 24 current and former clients of Busby law firm to turn around and sue them. The suit claims Roc Nation is financing this alleged effort, while attorneys Marcy Croft and the law firm Quinn Emanuel are orchestrating this whole thing. According to the suit, the defendant agents were pretending to work for the state of Texas and allegedly flashed fake badges. Diddy's lawyers and defense team have already filed a motion to get all the evidence collected during the raid on his mansion dismissed. This evidence includes everything that the feds have on Diddy, including the bottles of baby oil and thousands of hours of freak-off footage. Diddy knows that without this evidence, he can get away from this case.
Suppress evidence in his federal trial. Senior investigative correspondent Aaron Kursky is back with the story. Good morning again, Aaron.
And to you, Michael. You'll remember federal agents from Homeland Security Investigations were hardly shy when they raided Sean Combs' opulent homes in Los Angeles and Miami, guns drawn. The jailed music mogul now argues those searches and other searches of his iCloud accounts, electronic devices, and New York City hotel room following his arrest were unconstitutional. His lawyers argue evidence obtained through those searches must be suppressed. Diddy's lawyers say the government presented a grossly distorted picture of reality when applying for the search warrants, omitting certain facts and including salacious details from an unnamed producer that were never credible. Combs has pleaded not guilty to racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and prostitution charges. The defense is also arguing here his ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, was a willing participant in drug-fueled sex performances called freak-offs, not coerced, as prosecutors allege. This latest challenge to his case comes 3 months before trial, and as Combs loses one of his attorneys, Anthony Rico says under no circumstances can he continue to represent Combs. He offered no details about that decision.
We know for a fact that Diddy has been in contact with witnesses, and we also know that Diddy is connected to Mayor Adams. Weeks before Diddy was sent to prison, Mayor Adams gave Diddy a key to the city. Mayor Adams knew about the investigation going on against Diddy, so why would he still do this? And is this connected to Mayor Adams getting indicted on charges of corruption?
Big breaking news tonight. For the first time in the history of New York City, a sitting mayor has been indicted for crimes. ABC News reporting that Mayor Eric Adams has been indicted by a federal grand jury. We do not know yet the exact charges. Federal authorities have been investigating Adams and members of his staff, issuing subpoenas for documents and cell phones. Several members of administration have resigned, some of them also friends of Mayor Adams. Again, Eric Adams, the 110th mayor of New York, has been indicted by a federal grand jury. We'll have the latest online and tonight on Eyewitness News at 11.
If he was a part of that, how did he get the key to the city? That's crazy to me. If he was in incidents and everything around the city that wasn't favorable, how did he get key to the city? So now you got to realize, if they had the mayor under investigation since 2014, Diddy was in investigation around 9 or 11, something like that. They say either 9 or 11. One of those people are responsible for the feds looking out after one, or either Diddy responsible, his interaction with the mayor, or the mayor interaction with Diddy may have caused the feds to be looking at both of them in some form or fashion. I don't know which one was first. Was it Diddy interaction with the mayor, or the mayor interaction with Diddy? Which one did the Fed have under surveillance first? And I think it was probably Diddy.
Diddy's third bail hearing proved that Diddy is not going to get bailed no matter how many times he tries, and all of that was because of what the calls recorded by the prosecutor proved. Diddy has been in contact with witnesses, and at times even offered them money and fame to get the cases against him withdrawn. He would ask his family members to add the witnesses in a call with him where he would threaten.
Morning in the sex trafficking case against Sean Diddy Combs, prosecutors now claiming that from behind bars, Combs has been trying to reach out to victims and possible witnesses. And ABC's Phil Lipoff is here now with this story. Good morning, Phil.
Good morning, Gio. Diddy's lawyers trying for a third time to get him out on bail, but this time, the prosecution telling the judge about attempts they say the rap mogul made from behind bars to influence everyone from potential jury to alleged victims.
Who's the boss? Dudes is lost. Don't think 'cause I'm iced out, I'm